Right, we've arrived. It's very cold. I don't know how windy it's going to be. I have got a mic coming soon, and it's very, very muddy. This is where we're at. It's one of our walks we do a lot. There's Asbo. Truck's down there. And eventually, if the tide permits, depending how it is, we will end up right out there. So, let's see. I've just got another truck, so I have to keep my eye on the Asbo. And this is kind of where we're at. It's a little place called Horseshoe Point out there, Marshchapel, on the coast. It's a fantastic walk. Oh, microphone blocked. Where's that? So I'm just going to have a look at a couple of settings and see what's going on with it, and then I'll be back. It's not turned off then. So I've dropped down a little bit because it's bloody cold, very windy. Asbo's in here, look, just running riot. He did find a big tree, but then decided that he wouldn't. Oh no, he's going back for it. I don't know if you can see that, but here he comes, look. His fucking tree. Trying to carry that. Not on the same planet, are you, mate? Some other people coming up behind me, so I just need to keep an eye. Not that he'll do anything, but he gets too excited. I'll attempt to go onto the beach, but Asbo there, look, has decided that he's going to fuck off the on side of that big puddle. So I'm going to try and make my way across there and see what's what with him. So, we've made it across the marshes. Got absolutely piss wet through because I think somebody forgot to tell the tide that we put the clocks back, so it should have fucked off an hour ago. Asbo's absolutely filthy. We've come down all of this, which, to be fair, is quite deeper than it looks. Right over there is, at the minute, where the truck is. Somewhere over there, long way away. Ish. Kind of. So, and we're heading out there. He's loving it because he's just a fucking dickhead. I'm absolutely piss wet through. Got the wrong fucking shoes on for it. But hey, we're in too deep now. Literally in too deep. Not quite sure what this is up here, but I'm sure Asbo will go check it out. Look, wait, leave it. Let's hope it's not a dead seal or something like that. It doesn't look like it. Looks like it's just a washed up log, which it is. So I've got a battle. We're nearly on the beach. Nearly on the beach, Rex. This is just random shit. I'm just videoing as I go along. I'm hoping you can hear me. So, it's alright, I'm trying to navigate all the shit so I don't die. And now we're on safe ground. Fucked if the tide comes in. So here we are, and that's where we've come from over there. Trucks over there, and this, and all over here is where we normally come on a Sunday. In the summer, it's absolutely gorgeous, and you can walk for miles, absolute miles, which he does. I don't, I get knackered after an hour, so I won't film that because he's having a shit, which I'm not picking up because it's fucking all over the place. So we just tend to now, although the tide's not long gone out. I see some starfish or something. We always have a venture over here with Asbo. It's going to be fun when I get home because he's going to want a bath of some description and he's going to go mad. I have to drag him in the shower. We'll see. I don't know how bad the wind's interfering with this, but like I said previously, I do have a mic, an MGI one, being delivered at some point today. This is a tree. Hey, morning tree. Quite how a tree got here is a bit of a mystery, but it's been here for as long as I've been coming here, and probably a long time before. This beach here used to be, I came here and was aware of it many years ago. I used to come here with my dad cockling, because next time I pan around you'll see there's cockles everywhere, but I believe now it's banned for some reason. Not quite sure why, but I'm not going to dig too much into it because I don't cockle anymore. But it's just a really nice walk, and it's, like I say, in the summer it's just somewhere to come just to clear your head, which at the moment I need. And Asbo just runs wild. He loves it. Look at the state of him, look. Dirty git. So you literally got a beach for miles and miles and miles and miles and miles. Miles of beach to walk on. will get the gist of the camera, so I apologise. Like I say, it's a new one and I need to get used to it. That's a bird, Rex. Go on then. I don't know whether you can see in the sand and that, but there is a lot of cockles. Like I was saying earlier, I would like to get to a bit of dry sand if I can. So, I was talking to my mate last night, who got me into doing a YouTube channel. And he said I should tell a little bit of the story of Rex. Rex is a rescue dog. We rescued him in July last year, so we've had him just over a year, and he was 11 months old when we got him. The story behind him was from a puppy, basically. He was in a top floor flat, caged up apparently, 24 hours a day, no exercise, no nothing. German Shepherd people got wind of this, and my understanding is they went to court to rescue him. They got him and they worked with him for a few weeks, and then basically started looking to rehome him. And I think that's where the problem came with him. He went out 2 or 3 times, but literally within days he was back, because people couldn't handle him, couldn't control him. Not because he was an aggressive dog, but more from what we saw anyway when we eventually got him. It was more the fact, I think, being in a cage for 10 months, he'd never been a puppy. And obviously he turns 1, leading into 2 years old, so then I guess he kind of hit the terrible teens. So he was more boisterous than anything. No aggression in him whatsoever. It was just the fact that at like 10, 11 months old, when we got him, pardon the French, he was a fucking big puppy, or he was too big to be a puppy. But unfortunately that side of him came out, and I don't think people were allowed to handle him. But the story behind him really is, I was just sat at home. Where are you going now? You expect me to go across that? You fucking think I am fucking Aquaman? Hey? Let's go this way. You're a dickhead. So yeah, it was a Saturday afternoon. The wife was in the garden reading a book, having a glass of wine. I was working. I believe I was manager on call that weekend. And I got a text message from someone I worked with, asking basically, did I want this dog? And there was a picture of Rex. I kind of kept it to myself. I never took it to Andrea at that point, because we was going through a bit of a bad spell, or quite a bad spell actually, with the teenage daughter. So I kind of thought maybe a dog at that time was not a good idea. So I kept hanging on, looking at the pictures, back and forth texts, getting more information on him. And again, my understanding of that from what I was being told was, if they didn't home him by the end of the weekend, the poor fucker was going to be put to sleep. That was never going to happen. At that point, when I kind of like consciously made that decision, Andrea came in, that's the wife, Saw a picture of him on my iPad and was like, whose dog's that? And my response was, ours if we want it. And her response was, get him. So we had a little conversation, probably 10-20 minutes, because of the situation we was in at the time. But she was adamant she wanted him. It would be a distraction for her, for me, and it would do us good. And as well, back then we had Dave, father-in-law. He'd moved in with us, been with us over a year, and whilst we was at work, we thought it'd be good company for him, instead of just being on his own all day. So we took the plunge. I tried to make contact with the German Shepherd people, but it was engaged. I eventually got through, spoke to a lady called Michelle, really nice, only to be told that she'd been on the phone to a guy from Walford, which is sort of like half an hour away from where we lived, and he accepted Rex and was coming to pick him up at 5 o'clock. Right, okay, so that was kind of like, all right. But she did mention that she was in the position where she had a 7-month-old bitch in a very similar situation to Rex. It was just waiting to be finalised in the courts. Would I be interested in her? Which obviously I said yes. And then basically that was that. We put that to bed that afternoon. Didn't think anything of it. Carried on as normal. Saturdays, especially Saturday tea time, Saturday evenings and that, it was always sit down. Me and Dave always had a rum and coke and a Chinese, and we sat down basically to have the Chinese, and my phone rang and it was this Michelle. So I answered, to be told that the guy had took Rex, within a couple of hours rung her up to say he was bringing him back on the Sunday morning. Was I still interested? Obviously the answer was yes. So it was agreed on the Sunday they'd come at 10 o'clock and do a house vet, or a house check, not a vet, which was no issue to us because prior we'd had 3 English Mastiffs. So the house was very dog friendly. The garden was safe and secure. End terrace, the passage to the side had got gates front and back, so if ever the gate was open for whatever reason, there was nowhere for any dog to go really. So the Sunday came, 10 o'clock, vetted the house, more than happy. Spoke to us a little bit about, had we dealt with dogs before? Yes, we'd had the 3 Mastiffs. I mean, anybody that knows them, they're big dopey dogs. I'd also had, I'd been raised, fucking hell, I sound like a fucking wolf. Been fetched up with 2 German Shepherds. We had 2 as kids growing up, and I also had one when I first got my own house. So I've always had big dogs. Don't get me wrong, they're fantastic and it's everybody's choice, but I don't do small dogs. It's not an ego thing or anything like that. It's just me. My preference is big dogs. It was also agreed that we'd meet on a field somewhere or a park at about 12 o'clock. They would bring Rex to us, we'd have a meet and greet on a field. But after they'd spent an hour at the house, I don't know if the wind's affecting this or not, at the house, that what they would do is they would go back, sort Rex out, bring him to us, and if we was comfortable with him and they felt like he was settled, or as settled as any dog can be that's been fucking back and forth so many times, that they would leave him with us. So we was like, right, okay, sod off. Oh, it's alright, it's got a stick. I suppose it's better than the fucking tree he was bringing me earlier. So yeah, 12 o'clock came, van pulled up on the front, out popped Rex. First impression was, fucking hell, he's big for 10 months old. They fetched him in the house, we had a little bit of a play, I guess. They asked us was we comfortable with him, to which obviously we replied yeah. Will you keep still? We replied yes. They then left us, told us any problems, let them know. So it was like, I came back in after seeing him off, and Andrea was in the kitchen. I sort of like walked in the kitchen, Rex came in out the garden. We both sort of like looked at each other, and it was like, wow, what the fuck have we just done? So yeah, the rest is history. I guess we saved his life. But he's paid that back, to be fair, to me especially. So I've had a bit of a shit couple of months, coming up to 4 months, hence the YouTube channel. Just, it's a bit of a distraction, it's a bit of fun, it's nothing serious. I don't particularly care whether it fucking takes off or nobody subscribes to it. It just keeps me sane. Unfortunately, June the 30th, Dave passed away, quite sudden. So I kind of like lost my father-in-law, who was basically like a second dad to me. I lost my dad back in 2000, cancer. So that was quite a shock. Obviously I was there to support my wife, Andrea. But then the real kick in the bollocks happened on July the 12th. Unfortunately, she passed away. So kind of in the space of 12 days, my life was dramatically turned upside down. Gone from a house of absolute fucking bedlam, because although Dave was 90, he was full of beans, probably the fittest 90-year-old you'd ever meet, and was always a character, So he was a bundle of, he was a laugh and a giggle with him. And then obviously Andrea, that was the killer. So basically, it was just me and Rex, that dickhead there. And to be fair, and like I said a minute ago, I saved his life, and basically he's repaid that, and he saved mine. Because he's given me a reason to get up every day. He's given me a reason to get out and about. I could have just fucking sat on my ass all day feeling sorry for myself. I could have gone down the route of alcohol. I certainly won't go down the route of drugs. But yeah, I could have had a completely different aspect. So that's really Rex's journey. Don't really know much I can say about anything else on that one. Like I say, it's been a very surreal coming up to 4 months. It's been a very dark time, but together, mate, we got through it, didn't we? Although you're a dickhead, here we are 4 months later. Just getting on with it, because that's really all you can do. So I guess the favour was returned, Rex, wasn't it? Hey, the favour was returned, mate. Oh, now where you gone? So yeah, that was the reason for the channel, really. It just gives me something to do on a night time instead of just being sat at home, because your mind is a very dangerous place in circumstances like this. So it just keeps me sane, gives me something to do, occupies my mind. Once I get in from work, I've had my tea, I've had a shower, Rex has been out. So yeah, that's the reason behind the channel. That's the reason how I ended up with that fucking Asbo. But won't be without him now. God forbid that day. Hey, mate. So I'm just going to I'm just going to stop the video there for a minute, because we're kind of like wandered around and we're in between big puddles and streams, so I need to figure out how the fucking hell we get back. So I'll stop it for now, and then I'll see you in a bit. Back again. Right, we managed to survive the marshes, and we're back on the bank. Back on a bit of dry land for now. I don't know where. No, there's the dog. I know where are you going? Where's Asbo? There he is. Found yet another stone. Fucking stone stick. And we've now got to go and battle the very waterlogged marshes back over that way. So we're heading somewhere over there, and then from there we're heading somewhere over there. That's where the truck is. So it's going to be an interesting walk back, isn't it, Mr. Rex? Hey? It's going to be an interesting walk back, mate. We've had 10 minutes on the tree, haven't we? Like we always do. I don't know if you can see that. I can't see anything on this screen. It's somewhere there anyway. But we always have a 10-minute sit down on there, don't we, and talk to your mum. Hey? Always have a 10-minute sit down and talk to your mum. Well, I do. You just piss off and leave me to it. So yeah, we're gonna head back now. Hopefully get back to the truck in one piece while we're alive. Head back home. Gonna have to bath the dog somehow. I'll probably take him in the garden and just hose him down because he's black and he stinks. It'll be a shower for me because I'm absolutely filthy as well. Do a bit of washing, I guess, for work tomorrow. Get rid of all this filthy fucking shit on my legs and that. And then think about dinner before we sit down, Mr. Rex. At 1 o'clock for the footy. Afternoon of football. What else do you want, mate? What else do you want? Come on, hey! Don't get carried away. Gunshots in the background. It's kind of startling him a little bit, but he's not too bothered about it. Don't even know if you'll pick them up on the mic, but I'm not really doing much. I'm trying to watch where I'm walking at the same time. So on that note, if you've made it to the end, of the video, thank you very much for staying and watching. If I've bored you to death, I don't apologise. You stay till the end, it's your own fault. And then I'll see you on the next one. I'm not going to say like and subscribe like everybody else. You'll do that if you really want to do that. It's up to you. So I'm heading back. Hopefully make it in one piece. Have a lovely Sunday. Bye for now.